Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Kledanam Dindanam Vritti Pranana Apyayana Andanam Tapa Apanodaha Bhuyasvam Ambhaso Hridayas Svima Ledanam Dindanam Vritti Ledanam Dindanam Vritti Prananapyayanondanam Prananapyayanondanam Tapapanodo Bhuyasvam Tapapanodo Bhuyasvam Ambhaso Vritayastvima Ambhaso Vritayastvima Ledanam Dindanam Dripti Prananapyayanondanam Tapapanodo Bhuyastvam Ambhaso Vritayastvima Ledanam Dindanam Dripti Prananapyayanondanam Tapapanodo Bhuyastvam Ambhaso Vritayastvima Ledanam Dindanam Dripti Prananapyayanondanam Tapapanodo Bhuyastvam Ambhaso Vritayastvima
Ledanam Dindanam Dripti
Kledanam moistening Dindanam coagulating Dripti causing satisfaction Pranana maintaining life Apyayana refreshing Andanam softening Tapa heat Apanodaha driving away Bhuyastvam being in abundance Ambhasaha of water Vritayaha the characteristic functions Tu in fact Ima these The characteristics of water are exhibited by its moistening other substances, coagulating various mixtures, causing satisfaction, maintaining life, softening things, driving away heat, incessantly supplying itself to the reservoirs of water, and refreshing by slaking thirst.
Kledanam pindanam tripti pranan appa anandanam tapapanodo bhuyastam ambaso vrittayosu ima. So this is analysis of water. So many things can be performed by water. Everything is being analytically studied. Kiti of Tej Marut bomb. So, but one thing important in this verse is that tapa apanodo, refreshing. Refreshing. When you are thirsty, you drink water, immediately your thirst is satiated and you feel a fresh pleasure. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that this qualification of the water, tapa apanoda. What is that verse? Apoham. Rasoham kaunteya prabhasmi sasisudya. So, this satisfaction, actually our satisfaction can be revived only with relationship of Krishna. Revival of our relationship with Krishna. That is Shanti. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, when he came in contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was hankering after material opulence, kingdom, a better kingdom than his father, than his grandfather. That was his ambition as a child. He was insulted by his stepmother. So, actually, when he saw Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, he was so satisfied that he said, Shamin kitarthosmi varangana jati. Now I have no more hankering. So this is also one tapa. In this material world, we are suffering so many varieties of tapa. Tapan bindanti maithunam agaram agya. It is simply full of tapa. Tapa means heat, and tapa means unbearable, miserable condition. And therefore from tapa, it comes from tapa, tapasya. Tapasya means voluntarily accepting some unfavorable condition. Of course, the soul is not affected by any favorable or unfavorable condition. Asangayam Purusha. Actually it has no connection with the favorable and unfavorable condition. It is simply abhinivesh, the mind being affected by the material contamination, we are suffering so-called miserable condition of life. It is due to the mind. Otherwise, as it is said, one man is satisfied in a very poor condition of life, and another man is not satisfied even in the best opulent condition of life. Why? It is due to the mind. It is due to the mind. So therefore, whole process of spiritual life or peaceful life, spiritual life is peaceful life. Material life is not peaceful life. Ahankara vimuratma. There are so many varieties of desires in material life. Therefore, one cannot be peaceful. That is not possible. But when one enters into spiritual life means to revive our spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness, then we can become happy. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. 3 things, if we learn, what are those 3 things? Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarvaloko maheswaram Suidang sarvabhutanam jnata mam shanti vicchati. Shanti, if we learn these three things, then we'll get shanti. Shanti, that is clearly explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Gyatva mam, me, Krishna says, person, just like give me. The Krishna says, Gyatva mam. What is that? We have to know Krishna, that he is actually enjoyer. Master and servant. If the servant knows that in this house my master is the proprietor, he is the enjoyer, I am simply servant, then he is peaceful. But if he artificially tries to become the master, although he is servant there, then there is all disturbance. So, here our miserable conditions are caused by our thinking that I am the proprietor, I am the owner, I am the enjoyer. One becomes to owner, proprietor because he wants to enjoy. So this is our disease. Actually, we are servant of Krishna. Jiver Swarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. This is our original position. We are servant, even in this condition, but we are servant of Maya, illusion. Means we are servant of our lusty desires, kam, krodh, anger, lobh, greediness, moha, illusion, so many, mada, madness. We are servant of these propensities. We are not master. When you become master of these sense gratification processes, then you are Swami. That is the position of Swami. Swami means master. Goswami. Goswami means this controller of the senses. Go means senses. So Swami or Goswami means one who has control over the senses or one who has control over the mind. The mind is very restless. The whole yogic process is meant for controlling the mind. Because unless you control the mind will volumes of desires, hundreds, thousands, millions, and you have to satisfy them. They are very shanti. You have to satisfy the master who has become your master, mind. Then you are disturbed. There cannot be any peace. And mind has got many millions of desires. Therefore, when you can control over the mind, that mind desires something and you have to control. No, you cannot do it. Then you become Swami. Swami, these sannyasis, they are given the title Swami or Goswami because the sannyasis are supposed to control over the mind, over the senses. Therefore they are called Swami. Otherwise, not Swami, but servant. If you are controlled by the mind, then you are servant. And if you are controller of the mind, then you are Swami, the same person. So how you can become Swami? Because we are falsely thinking that I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer, I am the leader, I am the friend of my family, my society, my nation. So many ways You have to convert this thing. Srila Sarvabhutana, Krishna says that I am the friend of everyone. But we are taking the place of Krishna, leadership, and I am declaring to my countrymen, to my followers, that I am your friend. So actually, I cannot be friend because I do not know what is the goal of life. I cannot lead them properly. Some immediate convenience we can offer, and people being less intelligent, they are after immediate profit. It is called prayer. Just like if you say to a small child, don't go to school, please come and play with me. He would like to play with his friend. That is immediate profit. But if you ask him to go to the school, that is remote profit. That is called Srila. And prayer. Prayer means immediate profit. You're two young men. If one friend says to the other friend, oh, let us go to the cinema, that is very palatable. And if he says, let us go to this meeting in Hare Krishna land, and that is not very palatable. This is the distinction between Sreya and Priya. Nisreshaya. Nisreshaya means ultimate goal of life, ultimate profit of life. So ultimate profit of life is to go back to home, back to God. Because we are suffering on account of separation from God. This is our cause of suffering. Instead of becoming servant of God, we have become the servant of senses. That is the cause of our suffering. Therefore, three things, if we can understand thoroughly, that Krishna or God is the proprietor and enjoyer of the whole universe or creation, and Bhoktaram Jagatapasam Sarvo Sarvaloko Maheswaram. He is the proprietor of all universal planets and Sridang Sarvabhutanam. And he is the real friend of everyone. Jnata, one who knows, Krishna says, Mam, me, then he gets Shanti. Otherwise there cannot be any Shanti. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is confirmed that Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakuli Ashant Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataev Shant. Krishna Bhakta, one is fully Krishna conscious, he is Shanta, he is fully confident. Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, he is fully confident that Krishna, I have surrendered to Krishna, I have taken shelter of Krishna, and he has promised, Aham tva sarvapa vibhama krishnami. Then, where is the cause of my anxiety? Therefore, he can become, he has understood Krishna, the Supreme Personality, Almighty, All-Powerful, full of all opulences. So if he has taken my charge, then where is my anxiety? That is Shanti. That is Shanti. And so long we are taking shelter of Maya, Asat, which will not stay. Suppose we are taking shelter, child is taking shelter of the father, mother, or the citizens is taking shelter of the state, of the government. So one has to take shelter of something else for protection, for security. But they are not actually security. Therefore, you are always full of anxiety. You may be a citizen of a great state like United States of America, but you are not without any anxiety because that shelter is not sufficient. That will not stay. Just like recently in America, they had to dethrone Mr. Nixon because they are not free from anxiety. So you cannot become free from anxiety by taking shelter of anything material. That is not possible. Sada samadvigna dhiyam asat graha. Asat and sat. Sat means eternal and asat means temporary. So we are eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. We are not annihilated after the annihilation or destruction of this body. Therefore, we have to take shelter of the eternal. Then we will be happy. And so long we shall take shelter of the temporary thing, asad, this material world, material society, friendship, love, state, community, nation, anything you take, they are not permanent. You cannot be happy. But if you take shelter for security at the lotus feet of the Supreme, then you are actually secure. Sada samadvigna dhiyam asatgrahat. Asatgrahat. Asat means this material world. It will not stay. Just like this material body. It will not stay, everyone knows. It has a beginning, birth. It stays for some time. It transforms some other bodies as children. Then it becomes old, dwindling, and then finished. These are 6 different transformations of the material world. But it is temporary. Asat. But there is another life where there is no transformation. Eternal. Nitta sasatayang nahannate hannamane sari. That is spiritual world. So, that spiritual world, we have no information, but we have got little experience. Spiritual world means complete peaceful, shanti. Bhoktaram jagadamsam sarvalokamayasam. Gyata mam shanti micchati. Therefore, it is a compulsory business of our life to understand God or Krishna. If you want shanti. Gyata mam shanti micchati. If you want shanti, then you have to know God. What is God? Not vague idea. Actually, gyatya mang shanti micchati. You have to know. Now, the position is how to know God. How to know God. So God knows. It is very easy. If you don't chant, suppose if I say that by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you will know God. Or you may think that, why shall I chant Hare Krishna mantra? I belong to different religion. Why shall I chant this Hindus Hare Krishna mantra? Then, all right, you do not chant Hare Krishna mantra, but you try to understand God in your daily life. What is that? That satisfaction by drinking water. Rasoham avshukamtya. Everyone drinks water. Either you become Hindu, Muslim, Christian, you have to drink water. And after drinking water, when you feel satisfaction, as it is said, tapo apanado, the tiresomeness immediately immediately diminishes, satisfies. So that satisfaction is Krishna or God. Krishna says. So you haven't got to search out Krishna anywhere. Krishna is within you, God is within you. But still, if you are doubtful, then God says, Krishna says, you try to understand me in this way. Tapo apanadu, the water. Everyone drinks water. Very easy. So, rasoham apsukantiya. Then the beginning, if you do not do anything, just I am trying to convince you about the easy process of Bhakti Yoga. Anyone, everyone, at any place, any condition of life, he can become a bhakta. Ahituki apratihata. This is first class religion, to become devotee of God. Sabai pungsang paro dharma. Jato bhakti adhokhaje. Bhakti, bhakti means loving service. When you develop your dormant love for Krishna and you begin to serve him, that is called bhakti. So this bhakti is the first class religion, paro dharma. All other different kinds of religious system, they are material. I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian, I am Buddhist. These are all material designation. Actually it is not dharma. Just like gold, gold cannot be Hindu gold, Christian gold, Muslim gold. Gold is gold. There is no question of Hindu gold or Muslim gold. Similarly, dharma, dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma means relationship with God. So human being in any society, any part of the world, there is a consciousness or sense of understanding God. The method may be different, that is another thing. But the idea is how to know God. Just like Christian, they say, oh God, give us our daily bread. So there is relationship. Muslim, they say Allahu Akbar. God is great. So, in Hindu conception generally say, Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramamba. So any sense you say, there is relationship with God. So unless you revive your relationship with God, which is dormant, there is no shanti. There cannot be any shanti. So try to understand God. Therefore Krishna is canvassing that if you do not take this process, that process, you simply, while drinking water, you think of me, here is Krishna. Here is Krishna. As it is said here, tapo apanatu. Everyone drinks water. So everyone can remember Krishna or God. If you simply learn this art, that while drinking water, while I feel satisfaction, I must know here is God. Your devotional life immediately begins. Without any education, without any enlightenment. Every child can, if you teach the child that when you drink water, you think of God. Of course, one must have some knowledge what is God. So that according to different status of life. So here from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavad we understand Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. So Krishna is here in the temple, Krishna is in my room in picture. So that is also not difficult. How easy it is, just try to understand that if drinking water and if I think, here is Krishna, and I have seen Krishna in the temple, I have seen Krishna in my room, my father has shown me, here is Krishna, then where is the difficulty? And if you think Krishna like that, here is Krishna, that is the beginning of spiritual life. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, memorizing. So we request everyone to come to the temple because he will have the impression what is Krishna, how he looks. Here is Krishna. It is not imagination. Don't think it is imagination. We have imagined some form, just like the Mahabharata say, it is imagination. No, it is fact. Because this Krishna, this form of Krishna, our forefathers, our acharyas, they have seen when Krishna is present on this planet. And there are many old temples, the same feature of Krishna, two hands playing on the flute, and anywhere you see Krishna, he has got this flute, because that is his most beloved, favorite instrument. That is stated in the Shastra, not imagination. Venum kannantang aravinda dalayatapsam barahabatang samasita, in the Vedic language. He said, Krishna, he has got a flute in his hand. He likes to play on flute. Venum kannantang aravinda dalayatapsam barahabatang samasitam buddhasundara. Barahavatangsa means a peacock feather. He likes peacock feather. These symptoms are described in the Vedic literature. And when Krishna was present on this earth, the same feature was there. So this picture, this photo or this statue of Krishna, this Archamurti, he is not different from the original Krishna. So if you simply come here, take the impression of Krishna and think of Krishna while drinking water, you become a devotee. It is a very difficult job. Very easy. Anyone can do. Anyone can do. Patram puspam phalam toyam jumi bhaktya prajacchati. Then if you develop, this is Santaras. Then when you develop your Santaras, then there is Dasaras. Dasaras means that you want to serve him. That is further development. Here is God. No idea. Therefore, according to the Vedic principle, whoever comes to the temple, he brings something to offer to Krishna. Not that he requires huge amount of money. No, you must offer something. What is that? Krishna says, Patram puspam phalam toyam jomi bhaktya prajacchati. Krishna is not in want, but if you give something to Krishna, that is for your benefit. If Krishna accepts something from you, then your life becomes successful. So, if I have no money, what can I offer to Krishna? That is not the fact. We have got money for going to cinema, and you have no money to bring one flower for Krishna. This is denial. This is denial. Krishna does not say that you bring $1,000. No. He says, Patram puspam phalam toyam jomi bhakta prajacchati. So anywhere within this universe, you can get all these things. However poor man you may be. Patram, a little leaf, better tulsi leaf, or any leaf. Patram, puspam, a little flower, phalam, little fruit, a little water. That's all. Jo me bhakta prajachyati. Krishna, he is the bhoktaram jagadapasam sabulu. He is the proprietor of the whole universe. So why he is asking this patram pushpam phalatam? He is so poor. He is not poor. He is the most opulent. But if you begin to give something to Krishna, you become opulent. That is what. Therefore he is canvas. To give me something. Jat karosi, jat juhosi, jat asnasi, jat tapassasi, kurusya tad madarpanam. Because you have forgotten to give to Krishna. Therefore Krishna comes down. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharat. He canvasses, please give me something. As if he is in great need of it. He is not in need of it. But if you hear Krishna and if you give something to Krishna, then it is for your benefit. You will understand gradually what is your relationship with Krishna and gradually develop your Krishna consciousness. Then your life is successful. Then your life becomes peaceful. Otherwise, there is no possibility. Otherwise, there is no possibility. Everyone is hankering after peace. But this is the way of attaining peace. To revive your relationship with Krishna, to engage your mind fully in the service of Krishna, in the matter of understanding Krishna. And if you understand Krishna, the books are there, Bhagavad Gita is there, Śrimad Bhāgavatam is there. You have got your reason, you have got your knowledge. Try to understand Krishna, then your life is successful. Janma karmam chame dibbam ju janati tat. Simply try to understand Krishna. Then from this asat, this temporary life which are changing one after another. Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti guru. You after giving up this body, this is also temporary body. Asat, the asat. Asat means it will not stay. So after giving up this body, if you get another body, that is compulsory. Tatha dehantara prati dhirasatta namayati. Dehantara prati there is. Just like we are getting different bodies in this life, similarly when this body is finished, we get another body. But another body as this body, because this material body, asat graha, because we accept this material, temporary body, there must be suffering, klesha. Or whatever we feel, pains and pleasure, that is due to this body. So the best achievement of life is how to stop this getting material body again. Spiritual body. That is happiness. Then you will get eternal happiness, blissful life. Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kaunti. That you go to the spiritual world. There is spiritual world, as here is material world, you have got material body. So if you are fit for going to the spiritual world, then you get spiritual body. Same way. And spiritual body means Sachidananda Vigraha. Spiritual body. Vigraha means body. And Sat-Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, and Ananda, blissful. That we want. The Krishna consciousness movement means to try to understand Krishna. Very easy. If you drink water, Krishna advises, Rasoham of Sukantya, that satisfaction by drinking water, that is Krishna. That's all. You think this is Krishna. You think that I am drinking Krishna. Then twice, thrice Krishna means you become purified. Krishna. Eka Krishna name joto pap hore, papi hoye toto pap koribare nare. Aka Krishna, one chanting of Krishna, it can kill so many reactions of sinful life that you cannot do so many sinful life. A sinful man can do large amount of sinful act, but you cannot do even. So this process, if you adopt, very easy, it is authenticated. We are not manufactured this. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Rasoham Mapsukunti. That rasa, that satisfaction by drinking water, that is I am. So why not think of Krishna like that? You drink so many times water, especially in India. You drink water and think of Krishna. You become perfect. Thank you very much.
Is a class on the Śrimad Bhāgavatam, first canto, 8th chapter, text number 35, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on October 15th, 1974, in Mayapur, India.
Bhave asmin klishmananam avidya kamakarma. Bhavesmin klishmananam avidya kamakarmabhi savanas maranarhani karishan iti kechana. This is a very important verse. Bhave asmin. Asmin means this. And bhave, the material world. Bhava means to grow, and grow means which has taken birth. That requires grow. In the material world, there are 6 kinds of changes. First of all, birth, then grow, then stay for some time, then producing some byproduct, then diminishing, dwindling, and then vanish. These are the 6 kinds of changes. Just like this body, it has taken birth at a certain date, and it has grown, that the child is growing. And growing, it will stay. Not immediately vanish, it will stay. And while staying, it will create some byproduct. From this body, so many sons and daughters will come, byproduct. Even tree, they produce also, everyone. Then it becomes old, no more strength, and when it is very old, finish. These are called saravika. That is on account of this body. So, after finishing this body, then I am not finished. I am there. I am this gross body finished, but I am within this subtle body, mind, intelligence and ego. The subtle body carries me to another gross body. These so-called scientists, medical men, they cannot see the subtle body. Although one has to accept, just like I have got mind, you have got mind. But I cannot see your mind, you cannot see my mind. I have got intelligence, you have got intelligence, everyone knows. But you cannot see my intelligence, I cannot see your intelligence. They are very subtle. So, and beyond that, the spirit soul is still subtle. So minute quantum. So what these material scientists will see, They cannot see the mind, intelligence, ego, and what to speak of the soul. Therefore they say this body is everything and there is nothing more. But actually that is not the fact. The fact is that the spirit soul is very, very small. Keshagra sadobhagasya satadha kullipitasya cha. Keshagra, the tip of the hair, agrabhag, front portion, satobhagasya, you divide into, can you do it? Take one hair and divide into 100 parts? No, that is not possible. But if the direction is there, if you can do it. Satobhagasya, then again take one part of that satobhag, 100 part, again make it 100 part. So it is not possible, impossible by the so-called scientists. But how to learn? Then you have to learn from the authority. It is like this, that much. It is not under your experimental knowledge. That is not possible. Because your knowledge is so imperfect, you cannot deal with these things. But these rascals, they think, because they cannot deal with these things, they think that the matter is the cause of life. That's all. Matter, material. But that is, they have not been able to do so. Take matter in the laboratory, chemicals, and produce a small insect with hands and legs and eyes. We see every night. Small, very, very small, but still it has got hands, legs and everything. Eyes, otherwise how they are coming to the light? Very small. So we are getting bhava. Bhava from the small insect up to the Brahma. Abrahma bhavana stamba. Abrahma stamba. Everyone. That is called bhava. There are 8,400,000 different forms of life, and we are finishing one body, entering another body. Tatha dehantara prapti. Krishna says, either you have to reject Krishna's word or you have to reject all this so-called scientific research. But we are placed to Krishna consciousness. We cannot reject Krishna's word. So it is accepted that tatha dehantara prapti. Now Krishna says that you have to accept another body. Everyone has to accept. Now he does not say that after this body, the next change will be this body. He does not say. He does not say. So, because that will depend, as it is said here, avidya kama karma bhi. Avidya, every living entity is within this material world under avidya. Avidya karma sangha anya titiya shaktirishati. There are many potencies of God, Krishna, Parasa Shakti Vividhayo Sriyate, many, millions. So they have been summarized into three. What is that? The external potency, internal potency. Two, and third, marginal potency. The marginal potency and internal potency, they are of the same quality. They are same quality. And there is another potency that is called external potency. What is that external potency? Na avidya karma sangha anya titya shaktirishya. Vishnu Shakti para prokta khetra jnakya tatha para. Vishnu Shakti, the Lord's potency, is para, that is spiritual. Vishnu Shakti para. And Vishnu Shakti para, Vishnu Shakti and Khetrajna tatha para. And Khetrajna, the living entities, the Khetrajna is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, idam sariram khetram iti avidhyate. And one who knows this khetra, khetrajna iti avidhyate, these are stated in the Bhagavad Gita. So the living entity is khetrajna. So khetrajna is also para. But besides these two Shakti, there is another Titiya Shakti, which is avidya. Everything in ignorance. Here in this material world, everyone is in ignorance. Everyone. Even Brahma. Brahma, he was ignorant, but he was given knowledge by Krishna. Trini Brahma Rida. Adikavi. Adikavi means Brahma. So the Vedic knowledge, Trini Brahma. Brahma means this Vedic knowledge, Sabda Brahma. So there was one creature, Brahma only, and he was educated. How he was educated? Rida. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddesarjuna dishte. Because at that time there is no other way but to transfer the knowledge from within. Buddhi yogam dadanitam jinamam upajanti te. That is Chaitya Guru, Krishna, Paramatma. So Brahma is also educated. That means beginning from Brahma down to the small insect, they are all in ignorance. All fools and restless. That is the constitutional position. Nobody should be proud of his knowledge. Everyone is a rascal. Everyone. Here it is said, Krishnamananam avidya kama karma bhi. The Brahma is desiring that if I can get the opportunity, the post of Brahma, and I can create a big universe. He was also thinking like that. And the small insects, it is also thinking like that. If I can create a small hole within the room, then I can live very peacefully. The same potential. As Brahma is thinking to create an universe, you are thinking to create a skyscraper building. The ant is thinking to create a hole within the room. The quality of the work is the same. But because we are fools, that these things are material, it will not stay. On account of ignorance, we are thinking that this will be very nice, this will be very nice, this will be very nice. Kama karma bhi, creating some kama desire and working in that. Therefore, Krishanti, to become Brahma, that is not very easy thing. Brahma is such a big post, very qualified, highly advanced in austerities, penance. He is given. He is also a living entity. Just like in America, you are also a citizen, and President Nixon or Ford, he is also a citizen. But by dint of his ardent labor and diplomacy, this way that he has captured that post. But he is an ordinary citizen. Just like President Nixon, now he is dragged down. He is no more President, ordinary citizen. Similarly, if you like, you can also become Brahma. Kama karma bhi. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Brahma janme nahi mora as. Kita janma ho jatha tu adas. This is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song. Let me become one insect where there is your devotee. Because if I fall down on the dust of the devotee, my life is useless. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Kita janma ho jatha tu adas. Bohirmukh Brahma. Brahma janma is not easy, it is very difficult. But if Brahma is Bohirmukh, Bahimukh means not devotee of Krishna. It is possible because we are in ignorance, Maya. At any time we can forget Krishna. Therefore we have to always be engaged in Krishna consciousness so that we may not forget Krishna. That is stated here. Sravana smarana arahana. Sravana means hearing, and smarana means memorizing, and arahana means worshipping the deity. If you engage yourself always in this business, all the centers are being opened only for this business. Chanting, dancing, worshipping, so that we may not forget Krishna. So, sada tadabhava bhavita, if we are always engaged in thinking of Krishna, then there is chance at the end of life, ante narayana smriti. Then there is chance. Everything has to be practiced, just like if you want to dance in this stage. So, you have to perform many rehearsals. How to dance? Then if you become expert dancer, then when you dance on the stage, you get very good dance. But that very good dancer, you cannot say, I go immediately to the stage and I become a good dancer. That is not possible. If one says, no, I shall not attend the rehearsal. You give me the stage, I say, no director will allow you. Then he is a rascal. He is a rascal. You cannot become all of a nice dancer without practicing it. So, real purpose of life is ante narayana smriti. Jang jang vapi smarana bhavang tajatante. If at the time of death you can remember, you can memorize Krishna, then your life is successful. Smarana. So, it has to be practiced. You have got that? You could not? So, asmin bhave, this is the problem. These rascals, they do not care to understand. They are so absorbed in ignorance. Just like some of the, what is called, smugglers. Smugglers, they go on with their work. They do not know, some of them know also, that we will be punished, we will be arrested, still they go on. That is the difficulty. A thief knows that if I am arrested for this criminal act, I will be punished. He knows it. And perhaps he has been punished several times, but still he commits the same thing. Still he steals. Puna puna chadvita chadbhava. So why? Ignorance. Ignorance. So therefore this very word it is, avidya. He never thinks, he is so much absorbed in ignorance that he has no time to think that repeatedly I am stealing and repeatedly I am arrested and I am punished. I am sent to jail. Why I am doing this? The result is not very good. Just like a person too much sexually inclined, he suffers in so many venereal diseases, undergoes operation, and still he goes to prostitute, again does the same thing. This is avaidha stri sangha, illegitimate. Legitimate also. After sex, the woman is pregnant and she has to suffer for 10 months, and at the time of delivery it is very dangerous sometimes. And the man also, after he gets the child, he has to take care of the child, he has to work hard to give education. This is proper sex. With the proper sex there are so many difficulties. And what to speak of the improper sex? You kill the child, you take contraceptive, you make this, you make that. Therefore Shastra says, Bhau dukkha bhaja. After sex life, there are so many troubles. Bhau dukkha bhaja. Simply trouble. Either legitimate or illegitimate. Simply trouble. Atipantani hakkapana. But because he is a rascal, ignorant, he is not satisfied. Again does the same thing. Puna charvita charvana. Again. This is called bhavaru. Janmaithanadi grahamedi sukham mitucham kanduyanena karayu viva dukkha dukkham. Viva dukkha dukkham. Simply trouble. Therefore Vedic civilization is to train this small boy to remain a brahmachari, not to take trouble. But if one is unable